Hi everyone, I'm Ravikant Sharma. In today's video, we will be discussing about the position property in CSS. The position property in CSS allow us to control the position of any HTML element. The position property have four different types of values, that is static, relative, absolute and fixed. These are the four types of values that are present in the position property in CSS. Now let's understand each of the value one by one. The first value is the static value. The static value on a position property is by default present on all HTML elements. When we have applied the static property on an element, then we are not able to apply the top, right, bottom and left property on any HTML element. Then we have the second type of position value, that is the relative. When we apply the relative value to an HTML element, then the element is positioned according to its current position. When we use the relative value, then we are able to use the top, right, bottom and left properties in CSS. The relative value is used to make the minor changes in the layout of our web page. Then we have the third type of position value, that is absolute. When we apply the absolute value to an HTML element, then the HTML element is positioned according to its nearest elder element. And if there are no elder elements are present, then the element is positioned relative to the browser window. In relative also, we can use the top, right, bottom and left properties to make the changes in the layout of our web page. Then we have the last type of position value, that is the fixed. When we apply the fixed value to an HTML element, then the element is positioned relative to viewport. Viewport means the browser window. This means when the user scroll the page, the element remain in its same position. It will not scroll according to the page. And we can also use the top, right, bottom properties whenever we want. So these are the four values that are present in the position property in CSS. Let's understand these values practically in VS Code. Now we are in the VS Code. Now let's understand the position property. For that, we need to create a file, that is index.html, import the basic document structure by AMAT abbreviation. Now let's create the 4 divisions tag. The one way to create division tag is just type division, then hit enter, then you can type. And there is a short trick by which you are able to create 4 division tags simultaneously. For that, we need to type div, then multiply the number of division tag that we want. Let's say we want 4 division tag, then hit enter. Here you can see the VS Code automatically imported the 4 divisions tag. Now we want all division tag have a class, that is box. Division tag dot box multiply 4 means we want to create 4 division tags which is having a class box, then hit enter. Here you can see we have 4 divisions tag with class box. Now we want all the divisions tag have different IDs. For that, we need to use the ID. You can just type the ID and hit enter, box 1. One more thing I need to tell you is that you can use the multiple cursor at the same time. Just click on the place where you want the cursor, then press the Alt key, then wherever you want multiple cursors. Here you can see I have created multiple cursors. I can type anything at the same time. Here you can see. So let's create ID, Alt, then ID, hit enter, then box, then this is box 2 and this is box 3 and box 4. Now we have 4 divisions tag which is having a same class, that is box, and different IDs, that is box 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, we can format the document by using the format document. Box 1. Now here you can see we have 4 boxes which is having a class box and ID, different IDs and the content. Now let's observe the result in the browser. For that, right click and open with live server. Here you can see we have 4 boxes, box 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's try to apply some style on these boxes. For that purpose, we are going to use the internal CSS. For that, type style tag, style, and hit enter. Select the class using the class selector, that is dot, then type the class name, that is box. By using the box class, we are able to select all the boxes, means we are able to select all the 4 division tags. So let's give the height and width for these boxes. Let's apply the border. Let's observe the result in the browser. Length and width of the boxes are too much. Let's decrease the length and width. Now it's fine. Now you can see boxes are in column form. Now we want the boxes in a row. For that we have to use one more property of the CSS, that is display. And the display have many properties. In one of them is display inline block. We are going to use that property. So just type and inline block. Now you can see the boxes are aligned in a row. Previously the boxes are in a column form. Now you can easily observe the result in the browser. I have opened the both windows simultaneously. Okay, now let's comment this out. Here you can see the boxes are aligned in a row by with the help of property that is display. The display property and the value is inline block, by which we can align the division tag in a row form. So these are 4 boxes. Now let's try to use the position property on one of the box. Let's say we'll select the box 4, or we can select any of the box which is having IDs box 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's select the box 3 with the help of ID selector, that is hash name of the ID, that is box 3, then curly braces. We have selected the box 3. We have selected the third block. This is third block which is having a ID box 3. Now let's apply some background color. Now here you can see in the browser, this is the selected box that we have selected, and we are going to apply the position properties on this box. The first position property, the first value in the position property is static. By default, these all boxes are in static form. Now if I try to apply the top, right, bottom and left property on the box 3, 4, 2 and 1, any of the box, then we are not able to do that because the boxes are by default in a static position. Let's try to use the top property. You need to type the top, then hit enter. Let's say 50 pixels. Here you can see in the browser, the top property is not applied on the box 3. Now if I apply the position relative, here you can see the box 3 is shifted from its original position, means its current position. The box is shifted from its current position by 50 pixels because we have applied the property position relative, means it is shifted relative to its original position or current position. Now if I apply left 50 pixel, here you can see the box is shifted 50 pixels from the left and the top. So this is relative property. If I apply the property static, here you can see the box does not move from top to left because static is the by default property, and it means we are not able to apply the top, right, bottom and left property on any HTML element if we have applied the position static. I hope you have understand the static property. The second property is relative. That means the element is positioned according to its current position. If I apply the position relative, and this box is shifted 50 pixels from the top and left. Then we have the third type of position property, that is absolute. This is absolute property. You will observe that all the boxes are joined together and the box 3 is overlapping over the box 1 and box 2. That means the box 3 is positioned according to its parent element or its elder element. In that case, we don't have any elder element, we just have a body tag. Body tag means hold the browser window, means the box 3 is positioned according to the browser window. Now here you can see the box 3 is having a top 50 pixel and left 50 pixels from the browser window, not from any element or from its original position. But in case of relative, when we apply the relative, the box is 50 pixels from the top and left from its current position, not from the browser window. But when we apply the absolute, then the element is 50 pixels from the top, 50 pixels from the top and left from the window, not from any other element. But when I apply any parent element, in that case, we have 4 divisions tag which is having a parent element, that is body. Now if I apply a parent element, let's say division tag, which is having a class that is parent, and hit enter. Now here you can see I have applied a division tag which is having an ID parent. Let's select the parent tag and applied some background color in it using the class selector and apply the background color. Now here you can see this is the parent element. This is the parent element which is having a class parent. Now this box 3 is positioned according to its parent element, that is parent. Now this box 3 having a top and left position 50 pixels from the parent element, not from the browser window. If there is not any parent element present, then box 3 will position according to the browser window. Now we have a parent element, so that the box 3 is positioned according to the parent element, that is parent class. Now if I remove this, here you can observe the changes. Now the box is positioned according to the browser window. I hope you have understand what is the difference between relative and absolute. Relative means the element is positioned according to its current position, But in case of absolute, the element is positioned according to its parent element. In any case, if the parent element does not exist, in that case the element is positioned according to the browser window. Okay, these are three types of values in position, that is static, absolute and relative. And we have the last type of position value, that is fixed. Fixed is used when we want to fix a particular element and the element should not scroll when the user scroll the window. Now let's try to implement it. Let's apply the position on box 3 is fixed. Okay, now I have applied the position fixed. Here you can see the box is positioned according to the browser window, and if I scroll the page then the box 3 will not scroll. Let's comment this out and parent tag. Now this is a parent tag. Let's increase the height of the parent tag. Okay, now I have applied the height of the parent tag so that we can observe the scroll bar. Now if I scroll this, now you can see the first, second and fourth box is scrolling along with the page, but the box 3 is fixed on the window. Here you can see the box 3 is fixed because I have applied the position fixed on this element. So this is a basic concept of position fixed. Okay, now as a bonus point, one more value is present in the position, that is sticky. Now if I apply sticky to it, let's see what happens. Here you can see sticky means the box will position according to its actual or the current position, but it will not scroll according to the page. Here you can see as I scroll the page, the box 1, 2 and 4 is scrolling, but 3 is static. Sticky means fixed on its current position. If I apply fixed, that means it will take position relative to window size and remain fixed at particular position. It will not scroll according to the page. So these are the 4 values that are present in position. So this is all about the position property in CSS. I hope you have understand what is position property in CSS. I will catch you up on the next one. Till then, keep learning.